Greetings, Earthlings. Come on in, have a seat. What are we doing today, Eric?
So we're looking at the review of all the data we got last night with new salt lasers.
The next day, while drilling in our second borehole continued out at the mesa, Eric called all of us into the command center after he and Jim had crunched all of their data.
I was just talking with Jim about the drone work. You guys probably recall he ran into some issues right there at the bubble boundary.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll compare that with the GPS data.
Yep.
So, Jim, I have the video clips that you sent me from your controller. I want you to walk me through what's going on here.
Absolutely. So the first one I'll bring up is the first flight.
Okay. All right, I'm looking at the thermographic image.
I was really focusing more on getting through the bubble boundary.
All right, so I'm already seeing some messages popping up on your display.
As you're seeing, we start losing signal to the controller.
Okay.
I'm watching your FPV camera, your first-person view that's mounted there on the drone. It looks like that drone is just really taking a beating.
Yeah, you can see that in the lower right. Thomas is referring to. You'll see it bob up and down.
There you
Oh,
go.
wow, look at that. If it jumps that much, what in the world? Look at that. How are you controlling that?
Yeah, what's going on there?
Oh, but look where you are. It looks like you're right at the barrier wall. You're right about at that point.
You're exactly right. It looked like
Look at
it
that.
was shaking.
The drone is shaking as it tries to enter the bubble.
That right there is fascinating.
Yeah.
We have the corresponding GPS tracking data that we can look at that goes with all of this.
Perfect.
What you'll see is that in many instances, when you are reporting errors, I'm getting these data corruption errors. So let's see here.
So look right there at the barrier. You start seeing loss of data. And look right at the corner where you're getting closer to the bubble wall. Yeah, look at that, right at the corner.
Yeah, you can see we were touching it.
And look, right as it gets at the corner, it turns red. Like the data's corrupted right there.
Talk about poking the bubble. We literally touched it right there and that's where it all happened.
You know, I wouldn't put a lot of stock in it if it weren't for the fact that this is happening again and
Yes.
again
Oh,
and
Right.
again.
All of our error points are painting this picture.
Yeah.
That is just unbelievable.
Wow.
Once again, when Jim Royston's drone tried to enter the bubble's southern wall, its GPS data was corrupted and the drone got physically stopped from crossing through the barrier. Now, we don't know yet if the UAPs we saw last night came from something inside the bubble, but it makes you wonder, could the bubble be stopping the drone from entering it and preventing us from discovering the source of the UAPs?
Well, the data are coming together in such a way that it's becoming natural for us to talk about the bubble wall as if it is a thing.
You beat me to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So what else you got, Eric?
So we are simultaneously tracking in real time the GPS position of the drone and the Jeep.
Okay.
This is when you were heading out to Homestead 2, just as we started the experiment. The yellow is the data from the drone, and the blue is the data from the Jeep.
Look at the missing GPS data from the Jeep over by Homestead 2. Look at that huge gap right there.
Well, let's take a look. Something was driving the data down below ground, you know, hundreds of feet.
Whoa. That is interesting.
Yeah, and going back to the data that we collected with Jay Stratton in 2022, you recall, as we were driving the Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
In this very same area,
Something was driving the GPS data down below ground, hundreds of feet.
That's exactly right.
2 years ago, Jay Stratton, who investigated the ranch in the early 2000s for the federal government, came out to show us where his team experienced phenomena near Homestead 2. Later, as we reviewed the data from the GPS tracker on our Jeep,
The data went way underground.
Wow.
we were stunned to see that the data dove deep underground. And now it happened again during our experiment last night in the same spot at the western boundary of the bubble. How in the world can this barrier stop us from collecting data?